what's up?
And Jeanette, JLo wants nothing to do with Diddy. People normally don't want to have anything to do with their ex, but especially here. I mean, obviously they broke up more than 20 years ago, but both in terms of the courtroom, potentially being named in a civil lawsuit or being a witness in his criminal trial is the last thing she wants to do.
From 1999 to 2001, P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were a starstruck item. Jennifer, who was married to her now ex-husband, Ojani Noah, said that once JLo signed her contract with Sony and was on track to make her first album on the 6th, that was the start of their marriage crumbling. Jennifer, who was being introduced to a new world with new experiences, took what came with it, including a new romance with Sean Diddy Combs. What was supposed to be a business relationship for her album ended up becoming a 3-year-long romantic relationship. What was supposed to be a relationship to help her career, now 20 years later, is becoming a relationship that is tarnishing her reputation. The night of September 7th, 2000, Jennifer Lopez won an MTV award for the song Waiting for Tonight. That same night, a 13-year-old girl came to the Radio City Music Hall where the VMAs were being hosted. She didn't have a ticket, so she stood outside and decided to talk to some limo drivers. One of the drivers just so happened to be Diddy's driver. They sparked a conversation and the driver told the girl that she is Diddy's type and to come back at a later time so he could take her to the mansion. It is awfully weird that she was outside late by herself trying to get into the VMAs. I guess nobody paid her any mind even though she is super young in an area she didn't really belong. But I do think she should have named the limo driver that told her that she was Diddy's type. Whoever it was needs to be implicated in this lawsuit also because he aided and abetted on what happened to her that night. When the time came and the driver took the girl to the party where she had to sign an NDA. Upon signing, she was given a fruity drink, a mixture of cranberry and orange juice that later made her very woozy. She ended up finding an empty room and fell asleep. JLo, on the other hand, went to the VMAs after party with Diddy. Now at this party, they allegedly got into an argument. We don't know what they were arguing about, but it was photographed and eyewitnesses say that it was getting very heated. Eventually, JLo, Diddy, and their entourage left. What's interesting is that apparently the alleged incident is said to have happened at the house away from the nightclub, so the mansion and the nightclub were in close proximity. So Diddy makes it to the house and brings the guests with him to the room where the little girl was sleeping. Being associated to Diddy right now in the media is a stain. They are taking Diddy all the way down and stripping him of everything he was, and according to the DA, anyone can get it. People already look back at Jennifer's involvement in the 1999 nightclub shooting case that also involved Diddy and the rapper Shine. The incident occurred at Club New York in Manhattan, where an altercation led to gunfire, resulting in 3 people being injured. Among those injured was a woman named Natanya Rubin, who was shot in the face, allegedly by Diddy, according to her claims. The incident put JLo into legal drama due to her relationship with Diddy at the time. But JLo and Diddy were taken into custody following the shooting. But Jennifer was quickly released after police determined that she was not involved. However, the incident cast a cloud over Jennifer's public image as the media circulated her association with the case and her connection to Diddy. Since Cassie's lawsuit, it's been speculated that JLo was the one to carry the gun into the club, since Cassie said in her lawsuit that she had to regularly carry guns in the club for Diddy.
Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka JLo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. Would you like to see the investigation involving you getting shot at that club be reopened?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The irony is there was a grand jury. We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. JLo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury. It needs to be reopened. My shooting, ironically, the night I went into the club, I had a comb in my pocketbook called a rat tail comb. People in the beauty industry or people that use that type of comb would be all too familiar. It's just a comb. It can't do anything to harm anyone. And I had the very security officer who lied during the trial, Charisse, I forget her last name, but she literally took it from me and kind of pushed me like, you can't take this in. This is a weapon to let other people in with guns. If someone had combed me 24 years ago, I'd be fine. You wouldn't even know my name. But having been shot by someone that was allowed to come into the gun when I couldn't bring in a comb, I would absolutely unequivocally like the case.
Diddy was later charged with gun possession and bribery for allegedly offering his driver $50,000 to take responsibility for the weapon. Rapper Shine was also implicated, eventually being convicted and serving nearly a decade in prison. Although JLo was exonerated, the case left a lasting mark on her career, as this case is a blatant example of Puffy's powerful ways. Him almost taking the life of a woman and throwing one of his own under the bus to take the fall, and being able to pay everyone involved, including the officers. He was able to walk away unscathed without it putting a dent in his career until now. JLo's involvement with Diddy was 20 years ago and is now starting to cause serious issues for her, since Diddy has been exposed for his heinous ways, but also for being a hypersexual deviant. His freak-offs has been a scorching hot topic with him and a bunch of celebrities on tape. Well, now JLo's ex-husband has come out and said that JLo was involved in the freak-offs. He claims that people are asking him if he's ever been involved, which I low-key doubt because most people don't know who he even is, and they were only married for a year before JLo really popped off. But he has some things to say. He posted a list on Instagram of stars who went to Diddy's parties, and JLo was on the list. He then captioned it, "I'm not on the list." To those people and media outlets asking if I ever went or participated in that piece of S freak-off parties, no and no, never, but my ex-wife Jennifer, aka JLo, did. Ask her. He then said, oh, and ask her about the SEX tapes and the 734 dildos and baby oil. He is very much still hurt. He is a very hurt man, but for him to mention that and poke at her potential involvement in the freak-offs continues to drive speculation around JLo, because even though he was only married to her for a year, he still knows her more than us. He even revealed that she was involved in Santeria blood rituals. He went on a Spanish talk show and said that they participated together in sacrifices of chickens and hens, and in one occasion he was present when they were cleansing Jennifer with the blood of a hen. According to him, the hen's blood was poured over her body while she was covered in it, and then was bathed in holy water to wash away the blood and the herbs that are passed over her body. Like I said, he knows her more than we do, and as more stories come out, it highlights the severity of Diddy's crimes, but also the horrors of Hollywood and what really happens behind the scenes and the people who allowed it to happen. Whether or not she's involved, the question is, did she know? But I'll leave it up to you. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Toodles!